Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Joe. Welcome to recap episode number 123. Tonight we're quickly covering thoughts on the last set of 5 games. We got Boogerman, The Mask, Zoop, Megaman 7, and Bronkie the Bronchiasaurus. Um, First up, Boogerman, a pick and flick adventure. This is a definite creation of the gross out humor of the early to mid 90s. You're a dude, you pick boogers and throw on people, you fart at guys. You're in this really bizarre, surrealistic looking world. Very, very weird. It reminds me a lot of Earthworm Jim. But Earthworm Jim, I think, was just a cleaner visual presentation overall. This doesn't look as refined. It's a little more like it was made in like Microsoft Paint. It just wasn't quite there visually. The music was okay. The sound was okay. The controls were okay. It is an action platformer, and it worked totally fine. Like Joey and I played it for a while. We gave it its hour. We enjoyed what we did. It wasn't terrible. We liked it. It was kind of funny. Just running around and killing things with your boogers and mucus and stuff. Nothing wrong with it. We gave it a thumbs up. Next up was The Mask, based on the mid-90s television movie with Jim Carrey. You are the titular mask. The animation in this was really, really good. So you get a bunch of powers that are very much The Mask. You get a tornado, you get boxing gloves, you get a little honky horn, all these weird things that The Mask can do. What you're seeing right here, unfortunately, is the shitty part of the game. So there's a lot of moving around back and forth, kind of labyrinthian levels in some spots. And most of the enemies are, vaguely defeatable. The bosses are giant damage sponges. That right there would have killed any normal guy, that single tornado. And here I tornado this guy for seemingly forever, along with beating it out of him. And you just have to hit him a million times. And it was really, really annoying. The enemies are not particularly varied. You will kill the same thing over and over and over and over again, other than the bosses, who look very visually distinctive and are neat looking. Again, I think you're playing this because the animation is good. It looks really, really good. And it's not awful. I gave this a up-ish, down-ish. The game, overall, I think the game is cool. I liked it. I enjoyed it. It was fun. The bosses are stupid. I can't stand that. But that is a small thing to push yourself through. I'm sure there may be some... I think we tried to look up some cheats and had some trouble getting them activated. But, it was okay. Next up, Zoop. Zoop is a weird puzzle game, I can't say a la Tetris and Dr. Mario because it's nothing like Tetris and Dr. Mario. It's this weird game where you can move up, down, left, right in that center 4 quadrant square, and you can shoot out in a direction that you're pointed, and your pointer is a color. So right now I'm blue, now I'm red. So when you go down on a thing that's your color, you destroy it, but then when you hit a color that's not your color, you come back to the middle, now that color, and you leave your previous color there. So if I'm blue and I go down a thing with 2 blues and a red at the bottom, I kill the 2 blues. When I hit the red, I leave my blue there and come back red. And so then you're trying to clear the board, or at least clear enough of the board for it to get you to the next level. And it worked. The music was okay. The visuals, other than blindingly stark, were fine. And it is an interesting kind of puzzle reactionary game. But there's nothing there to it. There's no 2-player. It is just this. It just gets faster. There's no different puzzle modes or mode A versus B like there is in Tetris and Dr. Mario. So it was just okay. I didn't hate it. I didn't like it, but I wouldn't recommend it. The bonus is it's super duper cheap. Like I see it all the time for a couple bucks. if you're interested in it for a couple bucks, can't hurt you to pick it up. Next up, Mega Man 7. I mean, what do you want me to say here? It's Mega Man, right? The visuals are top notch. The music's really good. The controls are precise and functional. It is hard as balls. There's some definite gotcha moments. Like this level is... There is a way to make the level easier because Mega Man does that. So if you beat the ice guy before this, it snows, and then these platforms that are invisible are covered in snow, and you can see them. But it was a very, very difficult game. I think we got through 3 of the 4 starting available bosses. Yeah. It's also super duper expensive for some reason. I don't know if bad print run or whatever. But again, it's Mega Man. Like, this is a thumbs up in a big bad way, of course. It looks great, it plays great, it sounds great. Capcom, the mid-90s, early through the mid-90s, Capcom just... I don't think they put out bad games, frankly. I'm sure there's a couple out there, but generally speaking, you got quality when you got Capcom. So that's a big thumbs up, Mega Man 7. And then finally we get Bronkie the Bronchiasaurus. You are a Bronchiosaur child who has asthma. This is one of those health edutainment games. So you are platforming through an area, and there are things you have to avoid like cigarette smoke or dust or pollen. These things will trigger your asthma, and as you lose as you become more affected by your asthma, the screen darkens to the point where it looks like you're about to pass out and die, which I guess realistically you do. You can find inhalers and use those to refresh your breath and get back to healthy and keep going. Or you can play for quite a while in that like dim darkened stage, which I thought was interesting, before you actually go and die. But in the end, it really visually it looks almost like something you'd seen on the original Nintendo. I don't think very highly of the art. The music was bleh. The sound was meh. The gameplay was meh. It was a lot of meh, and I wouldn't recommend it. I'm sure it's cheap. I think I looked it up at the end, and I feel like it was cheap, but I could be wrong. I didn't care for it. It wasn't fun, and that's not real surprising. But it's nice to see that they did try to do things like this for kids who maybe had diabetes or had asthma and wanted to see themselves represented in their games. That's cool. I appreciate that there were companies doing it, even if it seemed, in the end, almost too mediocre of an effort, honestly. So, that's it. That's those 5 games reviewed. We're done with that. I appreciate you guys for sticking around with me. You probably hear my youngest son in the background because he didn't shut his damn door. We'll talk to you guys later. Have a good one.